Leman Beis, Hadin Abak, Shotov Loch. My friends, let's give some tzedakah. And again, as we always say, do it together. Hakil, Achdus, unity, blessing. Talking about blessing. Moshe Rabbeinu gave a special blessing to Yeshua. Who is Yeshua? Yeshua is Moshe Rabbeinu's personal, faithful servant, student. As it says, they were hand in hand. He constantly stood by Moshe Rabbeinu. Yeshua was one of the 12 spies who Moshe Rabbeinu chose to tour the land of Israel. And we know the story, that unfortunately 10 of them came back with a discouraging report, discouraging the Jewish people to go on to the land of Israel. Although their intentions were good, as we have explained, they wanted to stay in a holy environment. They didn't want to have to do the hard work. They didn't want to go, as we call it, the school of the hard knocks. There we have to transform the world, to purify the world, to elevate the world. They felt, let us just be in a spiritual, blissful, protective environment, which was a mistake, which they paid dearly for it. They did not merit to enter into the land of Israel. In fact, the whole generation wandered for the next 40 years in the desert, and it wasn't because they didn't have a GPS, but they just didn't merit to go into the land of Israel, except for 2 of the 12. Who? Yeshua and Kalev ben Yefunah. But what's very interesting, that although both of them, Yeshua and Kalev ben Yefunah, they stayed loyal, they stayed faithful to their mission, but they didn't get that in the same way. Yeshua was privileged to have a special blessing from Moshe Rabbeinu himself. Before departing, Moshe Rabbeinu gave him a name change, and not because he needed a new passport, another name on his passport, but he needed a special blessing, a special empowerment, and he added to his name Hosheya, and he added a Yud, which became Yehoshua. And as Rashi says, the Yud represents God. May God protect you from the ill intentions of the other spies. May God protect you. Kalev did not receive this blessing. He didn't have this privilege at Moshe Rabbeinu to give him this particular blessing. But what did he do? He went on his own to search for blessings. As it says that as soon as he entered Eretz Yisrael, he crossed the border, the first thing he did, alone, he left the group for a moment and he ran to Hebron, at the cave of our patriarchs, the Ma'aras HaMachpelah, and he went to pray, asking our patriarchs to intercede in his behalf, that he should be successful, he should be faithful, he should stay loyal to his mission. And indeed, as we know, the first one to counter the opinion of the Meraglim was actually Kalev before Yeshua. Kalev was the one who suddenly started arousing the Jewish people, which they thought that he's following them, but then he turned around and says, no, we will succeed. Let's trust Moshe Rabbeinu. Let's have faith in Moshe Rabbeinu. If Moshe Rabbeinu says we will be able to conquer the land, we will be able. We will be able to overcome all the challenges that Eretz Yisrael will pose upon us. We will succeed, and we will succeed even greater than before. All in all, there will be the double success. We will be able to achieve our mission, transforming this world into a holy world. Kalev did it with his own effort. He didn't receive the special blessing and empowerment from Moshe Rabbeinu. And one asks why. Why did Yeshua get this blessing? The answer might lay in the fact that Yeshua was going to be, I should say, the next leader after Moshe Rabbeinu. It was Yeshua that brought the Jewish people into the land of Israel. Because as we know, fast forward 40 years, and now we're at this verge stage of going into Eretz Yisrael. Moshe Rabbeinu once again sends, this time only 2 spies. Who did he choose? Yehoshua and Kalev. Yeshua, who was Moshe Rabbeinu's man, so to say, and Kalev, who was a self-made man, Both of them went to inspect and they came right back and the mission was successful. Why Yehoshua? Because as the future leader of the Jewish people, he needed to be groomed by Moshe Rabbeinu. He needed to be empowered with specific godly powers that is transmitted from one leader to another leader. And that's why Moshe Rabbeinu added him the letter Yud, which is the godly, the essence of God's name and the essence of the power that the leader has. Kalev was a Nasi, but wasn't the leader of the whole Jewish people. He represents all of us, the effort that we have to make. And indeed, Kalev merited to go into Eretz Yisrael. So do we.